Success is not something that just falls into your lap because you wished for it. It's earned. It's crafted. It's achieved through deliberate, disciplined actions. Too many people believe that by merely hoping or wishing, success will somehow come to them. Let me tell you, this success doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from consistent discipline. The path to success is a journey that requires effort, focus, and commitment. Wishing for success is like planting a seed and hoping it grows without watering it. It's not going to happen. Discipline is the water that nourishes that seed, and it's the sunlight that gives it the strength to grow. You must develop a disciplined mindset. Your actions must align with your ambitions. It's easy to get distracted, but the disciplined mind understands that small, consistent actions lead to big results. It is the disciplined who make the tough decisions daily, even when it's uncomfortable. It is the disciplined who build the habits that sustain their success over time. Let me tell you, when you commit to discipline, when you put in the work every day, success will have no choice but to follow. Wishing for success won't get you anywhere. It takes consistent effort and discipline to achieve your goals. Without discipline, your goals will remain just that, goals. Discipline turns them into reality. Success is not a one-time event. It's the sum of the small, disciplined actions you take every single day. A discipline means doing things the right way, not the easy way. The shortcuts will only lead to setbacks. It's not about being motivated every day. It's about making the decision to stay disciplined even when you don't feel like it. You can't wish for a better future. You have to work for it with purpose, planning, and persistent action. Discipline teaches you to make sacrifices now for the reward that comes later, which leads to sustained success. To stay disciplined, you need to measure your actions and results. This helps you stay accountable to your goals. Your environment affects your discipline. Find those who hold themselves to a higher standard and you'll rise to meet it. A discipline isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up every day and giving your best no matter the obstacles. Success is not a gift given to the lucky or the dreamers. It's something that must be earned. And the only way to earn it is through action. Too many people sit back waiting for the perfect opportunity to come along, thinking that success will just fall into their lap. They fantasize about their dreams, but they fail to take the steps necessary to turn those dreams into reality. The truth is simple. Dreaming is free, but success is expensive. It costs your time, your energy, and your commitment. You can dream about being wealthy, successful, or healthy all day long, but those dreams will remain nothing more than a figment of your imagination unless you back them up with consistent, focused action. Successful people don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They understand that actions speak louder than words, and that results come from doing, not wishing. Every step they take is a step toward their goal. It's not always glamorous, and it's certainly not easy. But those who are serious about achieving their dreams understand that progress comes from showing up, putting in the work, and pushing through the challenges that will inevitably arise along the way. If you want success, don't expect it to come to you. You must go out and claim it, one action at a time. It's the small, disciplined efforts that compound over time and turn your dreams into achievements. The more you do, the more you grow, and the closer you get to the success you desire. Waiting around for a lucky break or relying on sheer hope won't get you anywhere. The real power lies in the decisions you make today, the actions you take now, and the discipline to stay committed to the process regardless of how tough it gets. Success, my friend, is a product of effort, consistency, and the courage to move forward no matter what. It's earned through action, and that's something only you can control. Discipline is the glue that holds everything together. It's the critical link between where you are now and where you want to be. You can set goals as high as the sky, but without discipline, those goals will remain distant dreams, never coming to fruition. Goals are important, but they are nothing without the discipline to follow through on the actions required to achieve them. You see, goals are simply intentions. They're the visions we create in our minds. But intentions alone won't get you anywhere. It's discipline that gives those intentions substance. It's discipline that transforms dreams into reality, that turns vague wishes into concrete steps. It's what drives you to wake up early, put in the work, and stay focused when distractions come knocking. Without it, your goals will always be out of reach, no matter how hard you wish for them. When you commit to discipline, you're committing to the daily, sometimes uncomfortable actions that build momentum. It's those small, repetitive tasks that seem insignificant on their own, but add up over time to create monumental results. The disciplined person doesn't wait for motivation to strike. They don't rely on a moment of inspiration to do what needs to be done. They do what's necessary every day, even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is about consistency. It's about sticking to your plan even when it's hard. When life gets tough and the obstacles seem insurmountable, it's discipline that keeps you moving forward, one step at a time. It's the determination to stay on course when everything else tells you to quit. And it's that very commitment to discipline that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. When you're disciplined, you don't make excuses. You don't let setbacks or challenges derail your progress. You don't just talk about your goals, you act on them. You make the small sacrifices, stay focused on the long-term vision, and keep pushing forward no matter what. In the end, discipline is the bridge that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. It's the force that turns your dreams into accomplishments. And the best part, you control it. It's not something you wait for, it's something you build. It's the difference between having a goal and achieving it. Without discipline, your goals will always remain dreams, just out of reach. But with discipline, you'll cross that bridge and turn those dreams into reality. The key to success lies not in some grand one-time effort, but in the small, everyday actions that you take. Success is built on habits, the things you do every single day without fail. It's easy to overlook the importance of your daily habits because they seem so insignificant in the moment, but those habits are the foundation on which your future is built. You've heard it before, but it's true. What you do today will determine what you have tomorrow. Your success is directly tied to the small decisions you make on a daily basis. If you want to be successful, you need to focus on the habits that align with your goals and then commit to practicing them each and every day. It's the daily habits that shape your future, not the big dramatic efforts that come once in a while. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but what separates successful people from the rest is how they choose to spend those hours. They make their daily habits a priority. Whether it's reading, exercising, or dedicating time to work on their craft, successful people know that consistent small actions over time will bring about big results. But here's the thing, habits don't form overnight. They take time, effort, and consistency. You need to be patient and persistent, especially in the beginning when progress seems slow. You won't see instant results, but that doesn't mean you should quit. Remember, success is not about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about consistent daily discipline. The good news is that habits once established are powerful. They shape your behavior, your mindset, and your success. But you've got to start somewhere. The first step is understanding that the way you spend your day will eventually shape your life. Small daily actions lead to big outcomes, but it all starts with the decision to make those actions a priority. So ask yourself, what habits are you nurturing right now? Are they habits that will take you closer to your goals, or are they habits that will hold you back? The key to a successful life isn't in the occasional bursts of productivity, but in your ability to stay disciplined and committed to those small, positive actions day in and day out. Your future is not determined by some magical moment of inspiration. It's determined by the habits you form today. Focus on developing habits that serve your long-term goals. Take small, deliberate actions every day. Be patient, but stay committed. Those small steps taken consistently will lead to massive success over time. The temptation to take shortcuts is everywhere. We live in a world where everyone is looking for the quickest way to get ahead, the easiest path to success, and the fastest route to riches. But let me tell you this, shortcuts rarely lead to lasting success. They may offer temporary results, but those results are often fleeting, and the price you pay for them is usually much higher than what you bargained for. Taking shortcuts may seem appealing in the moment. It's easy to think, I'll cut a corner here or there and no one will notice. But in reality, the shortcuts you take today will cost you tomorrow. They undermine your progress, weaken your foundation, and leave you vulnerable when challenges arise. Success, true success, is built on a solid foundation of hard work, discipline, and dedication. There are no real shortcuts to this. The journey to success is not meant to be easy. If it were, everyone would be successful. The truth is, the harder you work and the more effort you put into the process, the greater the reward. Those who take shortcuts often find themselves back at square one, facing the same obstacles, only with even fewer resources to handle them. They cut corners only to realize that the true cost of those shortcuts is much higher than the effort it would have taken to do things the right way. Real success isn't about taking the easy route. It's about doing things the right way, even when it's tough. It's about showing up, doing the work, and persevering through the challenges. There's no substitute for effort, no replacement for the hard work that goes into building something worthwhile. The person who takes shortcuts may get ahead for a while, but it's only a matter of time before the cracks in their foundation begin to show. The most successful people are those who resist the temptation to look for shortcuts. They know that success doesn't come overnight and that there are no quick fixes. They understand that every step, no matter how small, is part of the journey, and each step must be taken with care and commitment. They don't rush, they don't take the easy way out, they follow the process, trust the journey, and put in the work required to build something solid and lasting. If you're serious about success, resist the temptation of shortcuts. Don't try to take the easy way out. Stick to the principles of hard work, discipline, and patience. It's not glamorous, but it works. And in the end, it's the only way to create lasting success that you can be proud of. The shortcuts may promise fast results, but the truth is that slow, steady progress built on solid effort and discipline will always take you further. Discipline is not something that just happens to you. It is a choice, a decision that you make every single day. It's easy to think that discipline is something some people are born with, that it's a trait that just comes naturally to them. But that's not true. Discipline is something you cultivate. It's something you decide to practice even when it's uncomfortable. even when you'd rather do something else. At the heart of discipline is the simple fact that you have control over your actions. No one else is responsible for your choices, only you. It's easy to make excuses, to blame circumstances or other people, but the truth is your future is in your hands. If you want to change your life, it starts with making the conscious decision to be disciplined. The choice to be disciplined is the choice to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term gratification. It's the decision to do what's necessary, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, and even when it's easier to take the easy road. Discipline is about showing up, staying focused, and committing to the actions that will lead you to your goals, day after day, no matter how you feel. Many people wait for motivation, hoping that it will strike them like a lightning bolt. They think that when the right mood hits, they'll have the energy to get things done. But here's the truth: motivation doesn't last. It's a fleeting feeling that comes and goes. What lasts is the decision to stay disciplined, the commitment to keep going, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when the initial excitement has worn off and the work becomes routine. You can't wait for the perfect moment to be disciplined. The perfect moment never comes. The moment you decide to take responsibility for your actions, to choose discipline over convenience, that's when your life begins to change. Discipline is the difference between talking about your dreams and actually living them. It's the difference between wishing for success and earning it. When you understand that discipline is a choice, you begin to realize that your success isn't determined by luck, circumstances, or external factors. It's determined by the choices you make each day. Every time you choose discipline, you're choosing progress. Every time you stick to your plan, even when it's tough, you're reinforcing the habits that will bring you closer to your goals. So make the choice. Choose discipline. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. And as you continue to make that choice day after day, you'll build the life you've always wanted, not because it was easy, but because you had the discipline to make it happen. Wishing isn't a strategy, it's a fantasy. Too many people spend their lives wishing for success, wishing for wealth, wishing for happiness, and then wonder why their dreams never come true. You can wish all you want, but wishing alone will never change your circumstances. It's a nice thought, but it's not a plan. And without a plan, you're just hoping for the best, and hoping isn't a strategy. Wishing is the easy part. It's effortless to dream about the life you want. The challenge, the real test, is in taking those wishes and turning them into concrete actions. Success doesn't come to those who sit around and wait for it to happen. It comes to those who take control of their lives, who put in the work, and who take deliberate steps toward their goals every single day. If you want to change your life, you can't just wish for it. You must plan for it, work for it, and then execute on that plan. Wishing for success is like planting a seed and hoping it will grow without ever watering it or tending to it. It won't happen. You need to nurture that seed, take action, put in the effort, and stay consistent. The world is full of people who have big dreams but lack the discipline to take the necessary steps. They wish for a better life, but they fail to realize that the life they want won't just magically appear. It's earned through action, and it's earned through relentless pursuit of your goals. Wishing won't get you anywhere, but focused effort, consistent work, and strategic planning will. If you want to be successful, you must stop wishing and start doing. You have to break down your goals into actionable steps, and then take responsibility for following through on those steps. Success isn't handed to you, it's created by your actions, by your decisions, and by your willingness to keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop wishing for success to show up on your doorstep. Create a plan, commit to it, and put in the hard work necessary to make it a reality. It's the people who take action, not the ones who simply wish, who ultimately achieve their dreams. Wishing isn't a strategy. Work, effort, and discipline are. And that's what will get you where you want to go. Delayed gratification is one of the most powerful principles you can adopt in the pursuit of long-term success. We live in a world that values instant results, where everything from fast food to quick fixes is marketed as the solution to our problems. But the truth is, real success doesn't come from immediate rewards. It comes from the willingness to put in the work today for a bigger, more meaningful payoff down the road. It's tempting to chase after the quick wins, the easy satisfaction, and the things that give you a burst of joy in the moment. But if you want to build something lasting, you need to develop the discipline to resist the urge for instant gratification. Delayed gratification is the ability to put aside the small pleasures now for the bigger rewards later. It's about making sacrifices today for a future that's far better than what you could have if you took the easy way out. This principle applies to every aspect of life: financial success, health, relationships, and personal growth. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, you can't expect it to come overnight. You have to put in the effort, make the sacrifices, and stay committed to your goals, even when the rewards seem distant. It's easy to give in to temptation, to take shortcuts, or to indulge in the things that feel good in the moment. But those quick fixes will only derail your progress in the long run. The real rewards come from doing what others aren't willing to do. While everyone else is chasing immediate satisfaction, you're building a future that will pay dividends over time. It's not glamorous and it's not always easy, but it works. Those who master the art of delayed gratification understand that success isn't about getting everything you want right now. It's about putting in the hard work and the effort when it's tough, knowing that what you're building today will pay off in the long run. In financial terms, it's the difference between living for today and investing for tomorrow. In health, it's choosing to exercise and eat well, even when you don't feel like it, because you know that in the long run, your body will thank you. In relationships, it's about investing the time and energy to nurture meaningful connections, even when it's easier to take people for granted. The beauty of delayed gratification is that it compounds over time. The small sacrifices you make today, the choices you make to stay on track, build up and turn into significant achievements down the road. It's like planting seeds for the future. The longer you wait and the more effort you put in now, the greater the reward in the end. The power of delayed gratification isn't just in the end result, it's in the growth you experience along the way. When you resist the urge to take the easy road, you build the character, resilience, and mindset that will serve you for the rest of your life. The ability to delay gratification is the difference between fleeting pleasure and lasting success. And if you're willing to do the work, to make the sacrifices, and to stay the course, your future self will be grateful for the discipline you built today. Tracking your progress is one of the most powerful tools you can use to ensure that you stay on the path to success. Without tracking, you're essentially flying blind, hoping you're moving in the right direction, but never really knowing if you're making progress or just spinning your wheels. Success isn't accidental, and it certainly isn't automatic. If you're serious about achieving your goals, you have to measure your efforts along the way. Tracking is how you keep yourself accountable. It's the way you can see the distance between where you started and where you are now. It's easy to lose sight of how far you've come if you don't take the time to reflect on your journey. When you track your progress, you not only keep yourself on course, but you also gain the motivation and confidence to continue moving forward. Each small victory, each milestone you reach is evidence that your efforts are paying off, and that keeps you going. The truth is, progress is often slower than we expect. The results may not show up immediately, and that's when doubt can creep in. But when you track your progress, you get to see how those small, consistent actions are adding up. You might not notice it on a day-to-day basis, but when you look back over time, the difference is clear. It's the compound effect in action, those small daily improvements that lead to massive results over time. Tracking your progress also helps you make adjustments when necessary. If things aren't going as planned, if you're not seeing the results you expected, tracking allows you to spot the problem early and make the necessary changes. It's like navigating a ship. If you don't have a map, you're at the mercy of the winds. But if you track your course, you can adjust your sails and steer in the right direction. Without tracking, it's easy to get distracted, to lose focus, or to give up too soon. But when you track your progress, you remind yourself of your commitment. You remind yourself of your why. You can look at your numbers, your metrics, your progress, and know that the effort is worth it. It keeps you grounded in the reality of the process and helps you push through when things get tough. Moreover, tracking doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as writing down your goals, measuring your daily actions, or reviewing your results regularly. You don't need sophisticated tools or complicated systems. What's most important is consistency. By checking in on your progress, you're reaffirming your commitment and reinforcing the habits that will get you to where you want to go. Success doesn't happen by chance, and it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Tracking your progress gives you clarity, focus, and motivation. It lets you know when you're on track and when you need to course correct. Most importantly, it keeps you from getting discouraged because you can see the results of your hard work, even when they're small. When you track your progress, you turn your journey into a series of tangible steps. And before you know it, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life and your success. If you want to grow, to achieve more, and to stay disciplined, you need to surround yourself with like-minded, disciplined individuals who elevate you and hold you accountable. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. It's built through the connections you make, the people you learn from, and the relationships you nurture. When you're around people who are as committed to their goals as you are, it changes the game. Their energy, their drive, and their discipline inspire you to step up your own efforts. When you're surrounded by like-minded individuals who are equally dedicated to their growth and success, it's easy to stay motivated even when things get tough. You'll push each other to be better, to work harder, and to stay on track. But here's the thing, not all people are going to support you on your journey. There will be those who are content with mediocrity, who are satisfied with just getting by, and who may even discourage you from aiming higher. These people are not the ones you need in your life if you're serious about achieving success. They will pull you down to their level of complacency and prevent you from reaching your potential. That's why it's so important to be intentional about who you surround yourself with. You need to seek out individuals who challenge you, who hold you accountable, and who are willing to put in the work just like you. These are the people who understand the value of discipline and hard work. They don't just talk about their dreams, they take consistent action to turn those dreams into reality. They understand that success is earned, not given, and they live their lives with that mindset. When you're around people who embody discipline and focus, it's easier for you to adopt the same habits. The relationships you nurture should be with people who encourage your growth, who inspire you to be the best version of yourself, and who won't let you off the hook when you slack off. They'll remind you of your purpose, keep you accountable, and help you stay committed to your goals. They'll push you when you're feeling lazy, and they'll celebrate your victories with you when you achieve them. And don't forget that it's not just about being surrounded by the right people, it's also about being the right person for others. As you find like-minded, disciplined individuals, you also have the responsibility to be that person for others. Led by example, inspire the people around you and create a positive, motivating environment. The energy you bring to your relationships is just as important as the energy you receive. Your circle plays a significant role in your success. If you want to go fast, you can do it alone. But if you want to go far, you need a tribe that shares your values, your commitment to discipline, and your desire to succeed. When you surround yourself with people who are determined, focused, and disciplined, you will find that success becomes a natural result of your collective effort. So choose wisely, your future depends on it.